She's long been the kind of actor who can shift a scene with a glance, cool restraint, sudden warmth, a flash of steel when the story needs it. But Bridget Fonda's newest photo set adds something unexpected, an ease so grounded it feels like exhale. From the first frame, you can tell this isn't a standard glossy drop. It's an announcement, about presence, about taking up space without asking, about letting real life show. Stick around to the end, because these images do more than trend. They recalibrate what confidence looks like. The opener is simple, deliberate. Neutral backdrop. Soft, directional light that follows form rather than flattening it. Bridget stands centered, shoulders open, chin tipped just above level. The wardrobe is clean-lined and sculpted, fabric that schemes instead of squeezes, movement built in. No prop is louder than her posture. There's a glimmer in her eyes that reads like a private joke, I know who I am. No caption required. The picture says its own name, then the set loosens. Mid-turn, she laughs, not the tidy half-smile of a pose but a fuller, unscripted burst. One hand drifts to tuck a stray strand. The other traces an arc you can almost feel. The camera catches the in-between beat most shoots miss, the moment when a body is living, not performing. Her stance adjusts naturally, hips angled, spine lengthened, breath visible. It doesn't feel staged. It feels allowed. That's the electricity here, permission granted, buy-in for herself. Online, the spark became a signal. Comments started with the usual fire emojis and quickly evolved. She looks so at peace. This energy made me try on the dress I've avoided. Seeing her show up like this made me kinder to my mirror. Threads turned reflective, less about approval, more about action. That's the quiet math of visibility. One person's self-trust multiplies until strangers start trusting themselves. 2.in post-shoot notes, Bridget talked intention. She asked for silhouettes that highlight rather than hide, textures that feel good on skin, and a palette that lets light behave honestly. She nudged back against the old myth that certain cuts or lines are off-limits after a particular birthday or season. Her counterpoint is simple, clothes are tools, not rules. When fit meets comfort, attitude does the styling. Crew members called the day warm voltage. Music up, pressure down. Between frames, she traded dry one-liners, told small true stories, and insisted the team leave perfection at the door. If a hem shifted, they adjusted and kept rolling. If a curl rebelled, they let it. The mood shows up in the files, a little more air in the pictures, a pulse you cannot retouch into existence, candid stills deepen the arc. There's Bridget smoothing a seam, then grinning when it insists on doing its own thing. Bridget conferring with the photographer about angles that feel honest rather than idealized. Bridget closing her eyes for a breath, then reopening them with a steadier spark. None of it pretends life is neat. Creases, flyaways, motion blur, they aren't defects. They're proof. Real doesn't need polishing to matter. Each frame has its own assignment. One low-angle shot honors posture and line, power without stiffening. Another sets her in a doorway, arms raised like she's greeting morning light, shoulders brushed by a soft edge glow. A close-up lets texture lead, skin, fabric grain, a laugh line that doubles as a timeline. Together, they argue a thesis: tenderness and strength can share a square. Authenticity outlasts trend. And confidence isn't measured, it's chosen, again and again. If Bridget Fonda's unfiltered set nudged you to smile at your reflection, to dress for delight instead of permission, or to step into your own frame on your terms, carry the spark forward. Tap like, subscribe for more stories that celebrate real confidence in real bodies, and share this with someone who needs the reminder: you don't have to shrink to be stunning. Take the light. Take the room. Let the picture tell the truth.